on a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere. I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my darkness, till boredom overtook us." And he began to speak. He said, "I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my darkness, till boredom overtook us." And he began to speak. He said, "I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my darkness."
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three. Nowhere to hold them. Nowhere to hold them. Pop-up chat. Okay. That's good.
Saying, "I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. You better count your money. You better count your money.
You better count your money. You better count your money.
Crazy big badass bone, running up north for all the gold that I stole, along with some cash, even took the mask dollar. Now that there's kidnapped, but she was with it, so I brought her. Then got myself into a whole heap of trouble, double crossed by the law, so it's nobody to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just me and my sawed-off shotgun. Outlaw, call them Leatherface. I'm headed for the west, where they got a couple banks in town that ain't been held up yet. Well, all to make chips. All of a sudden, I heard somebody rumble in the bushes. Stop my horse, whoa, there. Who in the bushes? You better speak out, or I'ma let my shotgun song sing out. Come on out, right now I'm getting angry. Took a step back, cause it could get dangerous.
Please don't shoot us just to meet the queen horse
Then
tip.
why the hell is you hiding in them bushes?
I'm wanted in full county for armed robbery. Killed 2 sheriffs, 6 of his best men for my head. Stole 2 horses. Thought you was the loudest squad dumped in the bushes.
Goodness, now she was hotter than the barrel of fire, but I could use her for the job, so I told her to ride. Come on.
May I ask you what you headed to the west for?
I got a partner, got a plan for some dough. And if you're down, you can pick up yourself a pretty penny. Being down in a minute, now be sure if you're ready.
We out before the sunrise. Got a style here for your partner to ride. Hit the saloon by the moonshine down.
Let's ride, let's ride.
Directions say we go to Tucson, Arizona. When we arrive, we'll cop a place we can bump. And meet my boy in the morning for details and hook up. You better count your money. You better count your money. You better count your money.
You better count your money.
Rise and shine. Good morning, howdy. 9 o'clock, we meet my boy in the saloon in the valley. Now I done came a long way and I don't wanna be late.
So I'm making tokens, you know we ain't.
Move out, giddy up,
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
giddy up, giddy up, move out, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move out, giddy up, giddy up. You better count your money. You better count your money.
I'm keeping crazy smoking posted in the saloon, so I assume there'll be trouble around here pretty soon. Glance across the room, I see this youngster getting ready to fight. But if he mess with the night, I think the crazy just might take his life. So I approach him and I pause. Look, man, I really don't want the problem. Won't you chill before them laws come messing up the master plan? Since he already rowdy, I just asked him, man. Hey, you want some work with partner, put in your bid. And by the way, now what's your name? They call me Lazy the Kid. Your name's Powder P. Can I get a 12 gauge? Outlaw every day on the front page. Mr. Kids, if you give me the lowdown, me and Blackjack, be ready for the showdown. With 2 double barrels pointed at whatever. We'll stick together. I'm pretty clever. So saddle up, jump on the bandwagon because it's all going down. I heard a guy running the bar screaming crazy in town.
Now when we get to this saloon, you don't worry, wait outside. You know we still know about this damn horse. Step inside the bar, late kids, you son of a gun.
Hey man, I'm glad you made it safely. Now let's go have some fun. And it's my partner Powder, he's a young gun. Howdy.
Mighty glad to meet you, son. Oh yeah, you know what? Brought a friend along. Meet the quick, the horse peddler, straggler, just that.
Got a partner, already got the horses
I hope
saddled
you good at robbing banks like you was with that cattle. Now y'all, it's gonna be getting dark real soon.
I think you're right, I say we come on, let's move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move out. Giddy up, giddy up. You better count your money. 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 You better count your money.
Cowboy. You better count your money. You better count your money. Your money. You better count your money. Money. Count your money.
It's crazy, big badass ball. Running up north for all the gold that I stole. Along with some cash, even took the man's daughter. Now that damn kidnapped, but she was with it, so I brought her. Then got myself into a whole heap of trouble. Double crossed by the law, so it's nobody to run to. Yeah, it's just me and my sawed-off shotgun.
better count your money.
Rise and shine. Good morning, Holly. 9 o'clock, we meet my boy in the saloon in the valley. Now I done came a long way and I don't wanna be late.
You know we are. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up. You better count your money.
Crazies wanted posted in the saloon, so I assume there'll be trouble around here pretty soon. Glass across the room, I see this youngster getting ready to fight. But if he mess up tonight, I think the crazy just might take his life. So I approach him and I pause. Look, man, I really don't want to brawl, but won't you chill before them laws come messing up this master plan? Since he already rowdy, I just asked him, man. You want some work with what to put in your bid? And by the way, now what's your name? They call me Lazy the Kid. Your name's Powder P. Can I get a 12 gauge? Outlaw every day on the front page. Mr. Kids, if you give me the lowdown, me and Black Jack, be ready for the showdown. With 2 double barrels pointed at whatever. We'll stick together. I'm pretty clever. So saddle up, jump on the bandwagon, because it's all going down. I heard a guy running the bar screaming crazy in town.
Now when we get to this saloon, you don't worry, wait outside. Don't be studying nobody's damn voice. Step inside the bar, lady kids, you
Son of a gun.
Hey man, I'm glad you made it safely. Now let's go have some fun. And it's my partner Pilot, he's a young gun. Howdy.
mighty glad to meet you, son. Oh yeah, you know what? I brought a friend along. Meet the bring the horse peddler, straggler, just met.
I hope you good at robbing banks like you rustle that cattle. Now y'all, it's gonna be getting dark real soon.
I make it right, I say we move. Come on, let's move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Move out. Giddy up, giddy up. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Move out. Giddy up, giddy up. Get a copper.
Name is Crazy Big Badass Bone. Wanted to know for all the gold that I stole. Brought me some cash, even to.
You better count your money. You better count your money, boy. You better count your money. You better count your money, boy. You better count your money, boy. You better count your money, boy. It's crazy, big badass bone.
Chef Gordon Ramsay had been annoying and playfully flirting with Sofia Vergara for the majority of this interview with Jay Leno. Then this happened.
Chocolate mousse.
Yeah. Fish and chips, that's all you eat.
What? That's exactly. Exactly.
Go to Colombia, they'll teach you.
That's right.
No touching.
Yeah, and you were this is perfect. That's right.
During this clip from the Conan O'Brien show, Conan has a hilarious reaction. Evangeline Lilly.
Why him?
Oh,
Mine gets bigger if you just keep.
During this funny clip from American Idol, Katy Perry faces a pretty embarrassing wardrobe malfunction and a member of staff is forced to come out and tape her up.
Oh, that'll keep you in your seat. Go!
During this funny game of playground insults, Kevin Hart exposes Dwayne Johnson's secret butt tattoo.
Those aren't my
Beverly
movie.
Hills Cop.
That's
Dude,
Eddie Murphy.
Fantastic Hawaii. What are you talking
That's
about?
not my movie.
Oh, you know what? No. Pootie Tang
Okay.
was great.
Listen, that's
Was it
Chris
Pootie-
Rock. Now
What
you
are you talking
That's
about?
not my.
Butt tattoo.
Those aren't my
Beverly
movies.
Hills Cop.
That's
he was
Eddie Murphy.
fantastic. What are you talking
That's
about?
not my movie.
Oh, you know what? No. Pootie Tang was great.
That's Chris Rock. Now you're just naming other black comedians. You're not even trying to tell you a little secret
He
about
was
Dwayne
great in
nobody
Smurfs.
knows.
He was wonderful in that.
Dwayne's got a tattoo right above his ass that says, "Come on."
During this segment on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, Jennifer Lawrence had a lifetime opportunity.
There's kidnapped, but she was with it, so I brought her. Then got myself into a whole heap of trouble. Double crossed by the law, so it's nobody to run to. Yeah, it's just me and my sawed-off shotgun. Outlaw, call him Leatherface. I'm headed for the west, where they got a couple banks in town that ain't been held up yet. But hard to make it by sundown. I figure that's enough time for me to get the whole rundown. So I continue my mission. It's getting dark, so now I'm watching for them damn bitches. They like to catch it, then they rob and split. I be a rootin' toot shooting damn fool, protecting my chip. All of a sudden, I heard somebody rumble in the bushes. Stop my horse, whoa, who in the bushes? You better speak out, or I'ma let my shotgun song sing out.
Who's this? Hope to take the law. Draw out the bushes with my sawed-off shotgun.
Come on out, right now I'm getting angry. Take a step back, cause it could get dangerous.
Please don't shoot us just to meet the queen horse
Then
still.
why the hell is you hiding in them bushes?
I'm wanted in 4 counties for armed robbery. Killed 2 sheriffs, 6 of his best men with my head. Stole 2 horses. Thought you was the loudest one dumped in the bushes.
Goodness. Now she was hotter than the barrel of fire, but I could use her for the job, so I told her to ride. Come on.
May I ask you what you headed to the west for?
I got a partner, got a plan for some dough. And if you're down, you can pick up yourself a pretty penny. Be in town in a minute. Now be sure if you're with it.
We out before the sunrise. Got a style here for your partner to ride. Hit the saloon by the moonshine down.
But another, let's ride, let's ride.
Directions say we go to Tucson, Arizona. When we arrive, we'll cop a place we can bump. And meet my boy in the morning for details and hook up. You better come, rise and shine. Good morning, howdy. 9 o'clock, you meet my boy in the saloon in the valley. Now I done came a long way and I don't wanna be late.
So I'm making tokens, you know we ain't.
Move out, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Move out, giddy up, giddy up. Move out, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Move out, giddy up, giddy up.
I'm keeping crazy, wanted posted in the saloon. So I assume it'll be trouble around here pretty soon. Glass across the room, I see this youngster getting ready to fight. But if you mess up tonight, I think the crazy just might take his life. So I approach him and I pause. Look, man, I really don't want to brawl, but won't you chill before them laws come messing up this master plan? Since he already rowdy, I just asked him, man. You want some work with partner put in your bid? And by the way, now what's your name? They call me Lazy the Kid. The name's Powder P. Can I get a 12 gauge? Outlaw every day on the front page. Mr. Kid, if you give me the lowdown, me and Blackjack, we ready for the showdown. With 2 double barrels pointed at whatever. We'll stick together. I'm pretty clever. So saddle up, jump on the bandwagon because it's all going down. I heard a guy running the bar screaming crazy in town.
Now when we get to this saloon, you don't worry, wait outside. Don't be stealing nobody's damn horse. Step aside the bar, lady kids, you
Son of a gun.
Hey man, I'm glad you made it safely. Now let's go have some fun. And it's my partner Pilot, he's a young gun. Howdy.
mighty glad to meet you, son. Oh yeah, you know also brought a friend along. Meet the quick, the horse peddler, straggler, just met.
Not a partner, already got the horses
I hope
saddled
you're good at robbing banks like you wrestle that cattle. Now y'all, it's gonna be getting dark real soon.
I think you're right, I say we move. Come on, let's move out. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move out.
bad, motherfucker. Guilty for killing me.
Stop listening.
The name is Crazy Big Badass Bone. Headed up north for the gold that I stole. Along with some cash, even brought the mayor's daughter. Now that there is kidnapping, but she was with it, so I brought her. Got myself.
name Bishop Bowen. I got the first church, nothing but the truth. What you say?
Rest in peace.
Deacon George, Deacon Clay. Open up the door and turn them loose. Come on. First I wanna thank God for the blood running warm in my veins. Yeah, I thank God for my life, health, and strength. I got a sound mind, I'm not insane. Come on. I ain't gonna preach too long. I ain't gonna take the service too far. My sermon this morning, hell to the no, no, no. Come on. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen. Sister Anna, Sister Ruth, make sure that everybody get a seat. Come on, y'all. Sister Lily, may go back in the kitchen, cause when I get through, I need to eat. I must fix me collard greens and cornbread and rice. Chicken breast, oxtails on the side. That's what I'm talking about. Deacon Underwood, get my business ready, cause when I get through, I need a ride. Come on. Dr. West, count the money, come back and tell us what you raised. We ain't find another deal. I got some people there looking for some blessings. First, God got to get the praise. Come on, y'all. See, there's an old saying, when the praises go up, you get the blessing coming down. I got some people in the church, God Almighty, look at them, they messing around. Come on. Woo. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen, I got people in the church smoking weed.
Look at here. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, You name it. You name it. You name it. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, You name it. You name it. You name it. You name it. You name it.
Smoking weed, drinking whiskey, they drinking a lot of gin. What you say? I got the preacher with the night brown mean dog. You better count your money. You better count your money.
show this. You posted a picture, and I want to show this. A home remedy for migraines.
Yeah.
Because you tried a home remedy for migraines. You get bad migraines, and you posted the picture.
Yeah, this picture.
This is you with a bag of peas on the back of your neck.
Yes, this doesn't work. Someone on Reddit suggested this and just is like, she did it.
Yeah.
Like,
Why do you have to sit in this? Yeah, why do you have to sit in
You
this?
put your feet in hot water and then you put your head with, it was cold. I've tried so many things. I found that Excedrin migraine works really well if, not if you take it, but if you jam the bottle into your eye socket. It's hard to get, but don't take it, because it's legit. But I also, the best remedy I found though is using my vibrator on my eye, and this is serious. I use the magic wand, which is like the most powerful vibrator, and you just put it and it just shakes your eye. But here's the thing, I've done this twice now. This is the first time I've done it. The first time I did it, my eye got swollen from all of the vibrating, and this was on Thanksgiving. I was supposed to fly home on Thanksgiving, but this is how I woke up.
You're serious? This is a real picture of what?
That's
You look. That's insane.
That was me, like, Mom and Dad, I'm not coming home.
That was from you did that to yourself.
Yeah, and my boyfriend says I look like a character from Lord of the Rings. I don't know it. Gothmog?
I think Gothmog. I think we have a picture of God. Yeah. That's how he looks that way. You look very sexy.
Thank you. I'm trying so hard. It's like that you have to. I'm single, so you have to look hot all the time.
Is that no? See,
True.
I've been married a long time, and I have never felt the need to be hot. And first of all, when I was single, I didn't feel that.
Celebrity endorsements, and let me just say, I've got two that I really am furious about. First of all, Adam Levine has a line of clothing that he designed for women at Kmart. Okay?
Is that true? I didn't know that.
True. It's
Is that
true.
true? Oh my God.
And it's all under the pretense of like, oh, if I wear this, Adam Levine would me, but it's more like, oh, he'd spit on you, and they're like down. And all the stuff. I've done Botox.
You've done Botox?
Oh yeah, and I'll do it again. I don't have it now, but kind of a special for girls to put on and laugh really hard to let their boyfriends know.
What is the bright spot in your life? I understand you got a new dog. Is that
I do. I have a dog, and he's the new one is such a bright spot. I will say though, I can just I hate to say this, I can tell she's been abused before just because I did it, and so I can just tell even know that you did, and he's the new one is such a bright spot. I will say though, I can just I hate to say this, I can tell she's been abused before just because I did it, and so I can just tell even know that you did, and she knows that I did it.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I gotta stop. She's very kickable. She's so small.
Oh no.
Yeah, I gotta stop. She's very kickable. She's so small.
Oh no.
No,
People won't go for this.
They're not. Oh, go for it. Come on. She's still a rescue. I just kick her. No, oh my God, I'm gonna get so many tweets.
Yeah.
But bring them. I love my dogs so much. This is what I think about is I already am worried about them dying, and they're 1 and 2, and I already have a plan. Jennifer Aniston is my favorite person in the world. Sweet, I like it, and I'm gonna do it. I already know one on here, one in here, and I'm putting them down next week because I just want it soon. Flip-flop season.
Exactly. You can't wait. You really want that tattoo now.
You want to show it up?
Yeah.
Exactly, and they want me to be happy.
Yeah.
flip-flops these days.
Exactly. You can't wait.
Gonna be,
You really want that tattoo now.
You want to show it up?
Yeah.
Exactly, and they want me to be happy.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah, and this brings you happiness. You know what? You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Now, you say you love Jennifer Aniston, and you really do.
Friend, and I do a really good impression of her that I just want to do. I don't do impressions, but this one is like pretty great. Okay, so it's very subtle. See if you can catch it. That's it. That's all that it is. That's it.
like a little line in there where she kind of tells when he mentions something. I remember she says, "Oh yeah, when you did that was really cool." Like she just kind of like gets really excited, and that's nice to see.
Like if
Yeah,
I know Zach, I'm like Zach, like that shot at Man of Steel, like I'll be fanning out the whole time.
Right.
Like
right.
Zach.
And that's and see that's what I think Zack Snyder needs when it comes to an interview. He needs someone that's as enthusiastic about his work. You know, so
Grace always does well. Yeah. Jeff, what did you think? Like again, just like general, Grace interacting with Zach. Like what do you think? She has several interviews up to this point.
Yeah, like really, what I like about Grace's interviews with Zach in particular is normally you have interviewers that are just kind of all business, but with Grace, what I like about Grace and her interviews, it's like it's just not an interview. Like she's actually having fun with it, and it's not being kind of professional about it, but it's like she's just having fun with the interview. Like it's just like her talking to him. It just gets her so excited, and I like that.
Yeah, that's great about it. Now I want to remind people, yes, I am still waiting for my technician for my internet. I'm just saying it's the pandemic. Like I'm in the States. I'm in Kentucky. They in my local area. They're funny about sending out technicians. So it may be another week. So I'm just saying, my panel knows. Like, if I freeze up, I know Zai's very trained. He knows. Just take over the conversation. If I freeze up, just go, Zai. Just go. All right.
Got it.
But Batman. Again, we're giving our thoughts as far as just Grace Randolph in general. She has a lot of access to Zach, which is cool, and she's a total fan, right?
Yeah, and that's one thing I love is that she supports Zach's work, whether we trust all her scoops or not. She supports Zach, she supports his vision, and I have a lot of respect for her for that. And I do just want to let people know, if you see me moving my arm around a lot, I just got my second dose of Moderna today, so moving my arm a lot to feel less pain, so back to business. So yeah,
I feel you.
That's the reason I support her, and I as you guys have said, she just has fun with the interview. She's not like completely like professional. She has fun with it.
But you could tell you could tell that she has a friendly rapport with Zack Snyder. Like she's really cool with Zack. It's not just the interview. There's a reason why Zack keeps going to Grace with these interviews and doesn't go to any of these other people, because he knows he can trust her and he knows she's a fan.
I always said, Zod, I think me and you kind of theorized before, let's say like before the Snyder Cut came out, we was like, if he's going to go to any, because we knew Zack was going to go ground roots or like grassroots when the Snyder Cut was going to come out. It was either Grace Randolph or John Campea. And like, we know he made the right choice going to Grace Randolph.
He was an option.
As far as like going to someone that's not in the mainstream media, going to content creators, I think he was going to go to someone kind of ground level. And Grace Randolph is like the most successful person.
The reality is, Grace has been ride or die with Zack for so long. Unlike John Campea, who jumped the ship a long time ago. Grace has stayed on the boat the whole time, weathered the storm just like the rest of us. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you have people saying, "Give us the Adam movie."
Yeah, I think.
Adam.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll get to that towards the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Like I said, I will kind of skip through this interview a little bit because the link to this full interview is in the description if you want to watch it full form. But I'm not going to just jack Grace's entire interview. So that's just content creator courtesy. So let's go and get started with her interview with Zack Snyder.
Zack, you are on a roll. Like, wow. How did it feel to see the new Army of the Dead trailer, which I loved, trending #1 on YouTube for over 24 hours?
Yeah, pretty great. Very excited. I'm excited for everyone to see it. I had such a good time making it. Literally the best time I've had making a movie. And
Really? It shows,
Yeah.
I think.
Really the best time I had making a movie. It was the crew. It was a really small crew. I mean, even though it's a giant movie, I did it with just like the most intimate group, and we really everyone did an amazing job. My guys all did an amazing job, and it's just fun. It was really fun to do.
It's such a great trailer. Everyone loves the zombie tiger.
Zombie
Oh,
tiger.
yeah, zombie tiger.
Like,
Valentine. Valentine. Well, I guess we knew in a way. We knew Valentine was going to
That's dope.
Oh, that's the name of the tiger?
Yeah, the tiger.
Oh, I love it. Well, so what was it like? What was it like to be in the room when someone said, "Let's do a zombie tiger"?
Yeah, it's me.
Of course.
You gotta love her. She's a total fan right now.
For a long time. I mean, I think it was one of those early ideas where I was like, because we knew we wanted to do zombie animals, so for sure, it just makes sense that if you're gonna go to Vegas.
It's not like I'm stop.
Well, it's
like y'all realize like this is Zach Unhinged, right? Come on, zombie animals. Like,
Yeah,
are you serious?
well, you know what that is. That's a metaphor for something that he's been dealing with. Those zombie animals. We know that.
Right.
It's actually pretty funny. Like, I think Army of the Dead is going to be like the zombie version of the Fast and Furious franchise currently.
Oh, see, this is the thing. Like, full disclosure, like it took me a while to watch even Dawn of the Dead. Like I didn't consider myself a big zombie genre person, and I'll say this: like Zach introduced me to that just watching Dawn of the Dead, and then I didn't read Watchmen, the comic series, until I saw Zach's film. The Watchmen. So it's like Zach like introduces me to like different genres and like perspectives, right? So I'm excited. Like going to this, I've never been this excited for a zombie movie like ever.
Oh yeah, for real. That's like so true.
Me too. That's true.
Hey, Jay, you better not pet that tiger, Jay. You better not.
A regular tiger.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. Like, I really I've never really liked the zombie genre. Like, even after, like, people tell me to go, oh, you gotta watch The Walking Dead. But to me, like, it was kind of like the same thing that I kind of seen. But with this, it's like...
Oh, this
like,
is on acid. Like, this is...
Yeah, because this is like if zombies had caffeine and steroids. Like,
exactly, I agree. Because like Dawn of the Dead, he had the zombie baby, like Trey is saying right here, like that freaked me out. I was like, dang, is that like a zombie baby? Who does that? Except Zack Snyder, and it worked. It worked.
It worked so beautifully that.
And it's actually pretty funny. Like, imagine being in the room and Zach's mind is like, let's see, I did a zombie baby. What can I do next? Oh, let's do a zombie tiger.
A zombie tiger. It's like, duh, right? Like, that shows you the creative mind of Zack Snyder. Like, who would have thought of this stuff, man? He just said that so casually. Yeah, we was talking about zombie animals. I was like, what? I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of that. That's like the natural progression. And then he's going to get into how these zombies are smart, actually planning. Like, no one thinks of that with zombies, except a visionary mind like Zack Snyder. Now, I want to address this super chat real quick. Alex, with the $4.99 super chat, appreciate you supporting the channel. This is further proof that Snyder should do a Resident Evil film, maybe Spawn. Berserk. Considering Netflix bought Dark Horse, dude, that is amazing. Just even thinking about that. Like, it's like any idea at this point. Zach is the hottest producer now.
Zach is the best thing going. That's the best thing Hollywood has to offer, and Hollywood doesn't deserve Zack Snyder. Let's just put it that way.
They don't.
This is a rare visionary mind.
Yeah, and this is really something that really gets me excited is I heard like when we saw the zombie dodging Batista's blade, when I saw that moment, I immediately went back and remembered the tweet that someone said that he worked on the Army of the Dead, and he said that there was gonna be some raid stuff going on, like the movie The Raid stuff, and I was like, how is that gonna work at the beginning? And then in the trailer, you see the zombie ducking and diving.
Smart zombies planning and organizing, that's ridiculous.
You never
that cannot work.
Smart zombies being ran by Zack Snyder's iPhone.
Oh yeah.
He's got an app for his to control the zombies.
Oh my goodness, man! Like I said, just the possibilities of what Zach can do, like unhinged. That's why I would say shout out to Netflix. Scott Stuber is the VP of Netflix Films. Zach is quoted saying that he sat down with Zach and Zach was like, "Hey, I want to do this, tripped out zombie thing, right?" And Scott Stuber was like, "Just do it, just write it and do it. Like just whatever you just explain to me right now, write that down and do it. Like it's freaking nuts what you're telling me. Do it." So people with the creative freedom.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is this movie first came out, like Zach has said that he always draws out his movies, and then it comes out into the screen, and it's like, wow, like I would really like to have a conversation with Zach alone, as in, like, how does he come up with this type of stuff?
Dude, man, it's rare minds in this world.
He
man.
He is redesigning and redefining the zombie genre with this movie. That's just the fact of the matter. I mean, it's insane.
It needs it after Walking Dead, honestly, because I watched. I'm mostly caught up with Walking Dead. I haven't seen the season finale of 10, but like, it's gone so downhill and has really destroyed the zombie franchise, to be quite frank. And I wonder, how did those zombies take over the world? They're so easy to kill.
Yeah, that show should have ended after like the third season. That should have been the end of it. They should have come up because it's overstayed its welcome. Zack Snyder has injected new life into the genre and is redefining it to a point where now, it's gonna be cool again.
Yeah,
dude, like AHK says, right? Zombie animals. That's a whole nother level. Who thinks on this level? This crazy. I'm gonna continue with the interview. And, we'll continue, Joe. We're gonna continue a little bit what Zach's saying here.
So great. It's just another one of these great ideas.
We'll get to when they talk about what a plan.
Like, nobody saw coming, which is so cool about the movie. Also Garrett's response is so fantastic in the trailer. Was that improvised or was that a line in the script?
No, that's in the script, yeah.
That's so great. So speaking of ideas,
he's so nonchalant, like,
how do you come up with the idea of zombies that aren't just smart? Because some people are like, I've seen smart zombies before, but your zombies are organized.
He's got an app for that.
Always in this concept, there was this idea that we would evolve the zombies, or we would make them. There would be a hierarchy. There would be some sort of, and you'll learn in the movie the why of it, because it's very specific about why certain zombies are shamblers and certain zombies are alphas. It's very particular.
Alpha zombies.
Only Zack Snyder. We'll stop there. Yeah. Alpha, like, he has a hierarchy of, like you said, Zon, like, we used to, or no, Jeff, you said that, where zombies are easily killed, right? Every movie, like I Am Legend, like, zombies are just easily killed. Like, I Am Legend
they're just mindless carcasses, usually.
Yeah. I Am Legend kind of tried to do smart, sort of smart zombies, but they still were kind of like, lemmings at the end.
The original ending to I Am Legend actually would have been better.
Yeah, I agree.
Wasn't like the Ice King in Game of Thrones? Wasn't he a zombie?
Pretty much.
He was kind of smart, so he was technically a zombie. But yeah, this is next level stuff.
But yeah, like really, like you could really, to me, like if you actually like really think about it, like we've had like smart zombies, like let's just say that we've had smart zombies, fast zombies, but we've never had like a full-blown Lord of the Rings style organization of zombies where they're actually planning stuff and just saying like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is our main base. These guys are here. We're here.
Like Kerjiro said, yeah, like I said, I Am Legend. I only use I Am Legend as an example because they tried to make intelligent zombies.
Right, they tried to go there. That was like the, you know, the embryo of the idea of perhaps making a smarter zombie.
All I can imagine, yeah, like Zach probably saw that and he was like, oh, I can freak that a little bit.
I know what I can do there.
You know? And so that's what he did, you know, with this. So let's go further with what he's saying with the zombies.
You know, I always think of them sort of like as wolves or some kind of like pack animals that can they work as a team. They have Zeus as their, you know, is their main guy, and the zombie queen, of course, are kind of like, you know, they have this kind of primitive way of communicating. I'm not even sure how it works, but it's very you know, from the animal, they're very they're in one with nature.
Yeah, they're almost also your Jane and Tarzan.
Yeah, look at that.
That's so cool. Well, I think
Adam and Eve.
Yeah, oh, yours too. I love it. Works on multiple levels, Zach. That's perfect.
Zach's getting deep with this, right? So let's get Zach back in here.
Adam and Eve. There you go.
That is deep, like, cause I wasn't even thinking that was a short, you know, clip in the trailer.
They've got their own. The zombies have their own Bible.
Right. That is deep because like they took over, right? Like that's the premise of the story, right? So I guess these two are like the beginning of this whole, you know, movement of zombies. So
I'm just wondering if it's going to be almost like a vampire kind of mentality, where the zombies are going to almost be like some zombies are going to almost be like trying to tempt certain humans to become zombies as well, because they consider themselves to be the evolution of humanity.
Never thought about that.
That's deep.
You know what? I would actually love to see a scene about that. Like, yo, can you
Ray in the chat?
Can you imagine the amount of levels that would be put into that scene? Like, yo.
See, like Alex got everybody talking about Resident Evil now. Like, I would love for Zach to do a Resident Evil film, like a smart Resident Evil film. Dude, like the zombies will win that story.
Yeah,
like, honest.
And you gotta think, like, we have it, and you gotta think once again, we have zombie ninjas dodging blades.
Zombie ninjas.
Now Trey is asking as far as the Army of the Dead part of Dawn of the Dead. Zach said no. I'm gonna go off what Zach said.
I'm betting though he's probably gonna have some Easter eggs in there.
I think so.
That are like homages to that, but it's just like with one of the main characters having the Omega symbol as a tattoo, as a nod to Darkseid.
Zach is so meta with what he does, man. He's so
and I think this is a cool idea if Netflix were to buy DC in the hypothetical.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on that.
Then we can get Zack Snyder's deceased.
Yeah,
we can get deceased.
Like, really think about this. Like, let's just say that the Army of the Dead, the movie, were to hypothetically take place during the beginning of Darkseid's invasion, and the zombies are like kind of like baby parademons.
They're like the would it be actually would the parademons be the embryos of the zombies, because the zombies seem like they're a lot smarter than the parademons.
Yeah,
because the parademons they're just mindless fodder. So yeah.
Crazy. Let's go forward. All right.
The anti-life equation is responsible for the zombies. I figured it out.
So let's go forward because he's gonna talk about the Zeus and the Queen, which I thought was very interesting.
Well, your zombie, Zeus and his queen, instant hits. We all picked up on it. We were like, who's that? And we all did our detective work, and we could see that they're stunt performers.
Lil Centeno.
And also one of the members on your human team is a stunt performer. And so what made you, and then you've worked with some of these stunt performers before. What made you decide
That's pretty dope.
to cast them as straight up actors in your film?
Well, yeah, I mean, we did it. I mean, look, Rich is an amazing actor, and he has acted in my films before. He's been in, by the way, Rich has been in every movie, every live action movie I've done.
Wow!
I had a role in it, yeah. And it just seemed like we would put, like, this was a great opportunity for him, because by the way, it is a big acting part. Zeus has a huge arc, and he has a bunch of stuff going on. It's not just, he's literally got a complete character that is, he goes on a whole.
That's gonna be nuts, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be nuts.
Very important.
Continues.
Zach, you are on a roll. Like, that they're stunt performers.
Yeah.
And also one of the members on your human team is a stunt performer. And so what made you, and then you've worked with some of these stunt performers before. What made you decide to cast them as straight up actors in your film?
Well, yeah, I mean, we did it. I mean, look, Rich is, I didn't know her before, and she does an amazing job. It's all Rich.
Wow, that's so cool. That's amazing. You show so much cool
By
stuff.
the way, Spider is also the other, who is Henry's stunt double, and also often doing like some kicks or like crazy jumps, because Spider's an incredible athlete as well. He's the guy who's leaping in the air, and he's like we call him, he's like the zombie general. He's the zombie that's with Athena or with the zombie queen the first time we meet them.
Oh wow. So those are your 3-head zombies.
Those are the 3-head zombies.
Oh wow, I can't wait to see more of them. And you showed a lot of cool stuff in the trailer, right? So we have a lot of cool stuff coming though still.
Oh god, yes.
And you said no more trailers. I was asking you before we started filming.
Yeah, there's no more trailers. There's going to be some TV ads, and you're going to see some more material. Not much more, but maybe a couple little bites at the apple. But yeah, because I feel like it's time. Let's just get it.
Hey! Ow!
Yeah, it's around the corner. Yeah.
Who are amazing, and
so last year you became the first major director to have an online fan event focusing just on their work, and it was a really big deal. What made you decide to go all in again?
Well, the Nerd Queens and girls, who are amazing and couldn't be. I basically just put my trust in them, and they have own thing.
The 2-day event, almost 3 days. So
it's
Friday,
a 3-day event. I think the
Army actors show up for Justice.
It's just amazing. It's these guys.
Martian Manhunter, which we can say now.
Yeah, we can indeed.
They're also joining. So so what made them want to join the fun this time?
I just think that the guys, look, the material's fun, and I think that those guys really, there's like a big, onion to be peeled open in regard to all of them, and it's really fun, and I am a huge advocate and supporter, and grateful, frankly, to those actors who have done such a great job, and also been so supportive of the movie and me, and I couldn't think of more.
That's fantastic. Also, how did it feel to have your Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, just so incredibly well received? And we're not just talking about fans. I'd say, a lot of critics and members of the press loved it, who in the past were lack of a better, like, let's say difficult. They were difficult, and they just did a total 180 on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, listen, it has been as much as you can imagine, a labor of love for us and a real, just cathartic, and I've said it before, but I think that now, in the sort of afterglow,
well, speaking of results, fans set a record for Hollywood Twitter trends with hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, topping Avengers Endgame, and then also for you, release the Snyder Cut. This was an even bigger trend. And so, you know, some people in Hollywood, there's been a debate now about some people not being so happy with fans being so proactive. But what do you think are the positives of proactive fans that maybe some people in Hollywood aren't realizing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, like, what the negative of proactive fans is. I guess if you were on the other side of the proactiveness, you might not be into it. But for me, and as far as I'm concerned, the fans are the ones, or a lot of them, are the ones that buy the tickets and support the film, and through their tweeting and sort of priceless marketing, these got me to understand in the way I see.
Because I think one of the, you know, you really do go to the edge, but one of your best qualities as a filmmaker that even, you know, Jared Leto touched upon is that you're so controlled as a filmmaker. You have a plan, you know, you plan it out. And one of the plans that you mentioned to me that you had a big plan for one of the tiniest characters in your movie, and that's Ryan Choi, aka the Atom.
Oh yeah,
because I love this.
No, it's a great example. Like, I mean, I had always had this idea that we would make a movie, a Ryan Choi movie, an Atom movie in China with, you know, Chinese, English and Chinese language, like kind of have, you know, I think that, frankly, I think Netflix is really good at this. They've been, you know, we've just done it with the Army of the Dead prequel, Army of Thieves, where it's English, French, and German language movie, and it just
that's
really,
fantastic.
It's this super international film. It's like a heist movie. It's like a romance, and it's like this really beautiful little movie that Matthias made. But you know, it feels international, and I think that was kind of what I had in mind for Ryan, was that like we would make a movie set in China, really get the Chinese fans and be inclusive.